Hey, how's it going, everybody? We're going to go over this new action. Stand by. What we have here is the brand new, just released Aero Precision Solus action. They teased this last year at SHOT Show, and this year they released it. I ordered it last week. It came in, went and picked it up today. Going to give you probably a first look at them in the wild. You can see all the things about it. Big things on this. It's a Remington 700 footprint, which is nice because, let's be honest, that's what most of the stuff out there is for. Obviously, there's others. It takes prefits or the Savage, I believe, small shank barrel nut system, but the prefits are the Origin by Zermatt, which is, I think, a very good idea that they did that. I think that was super smart. So opening the box here, like I said, just first looks. I've looked at this, pulled it out, played with it a little bit. They'll give you some stickers, some, looks like a patch of some sort, and then this has got a QR code that currently is not working. Like I said, they just barely released this and just started shipping them. I don't know how many are out there yet, to be honest with you. Can't be very many. Comes packaged, this box. It's just a cardboard box, nothing fancy about that. But here's what it looks like in the box. You've got your barrel nut and the wrench. That's so you can do that. That's kind of nice that they send one with you. And then here's the action. So looking at the action, the machining looks high quality, what you would expect. This is, honestly, for a custom action, this is kind of the lower price range. And you're getting a lot of features. I'm going to compare it a lot to the Origin, and in fact, because I have an Origin and a couple of barrels for that, I am going to do a side-by-side after this and kind of go over the differences and what I like better or worse about each one. Obviously, I haven't had a chance to shoot it, and I think you really need to in order to give a good final review. This is just more showing what it is in the wild. I've watched every video I can find, and there's just not a lot of close-up because it's brand new, obviously. So it is stainless steel, if you saw on the side of the box, and you can go online, and I'll probably have a picture or a link somewhere with a lot of the data on it. It's got an integral 20 Moa Rail, an integral recoil lug, and I believe they call it their Magnum ejection port. So it's supposed to accommodate like a 3.0 inch cartridge, which I believe would cover like your 6 PRC, maybe even a 7 SAUM. One of the things it has that the Origin does not is the magazine cut here is for AI, CS, or AW, so you can run double stack. And it's got a hanger for the trigger. The bolt release is kind of, I haven't seen this. I think there might be one or two others that utilize this. But in order to save that pin, which is just, it looks like a small Allen wrench in there, this whole thing slides. And so when you're running the bolt, I'm assuming this is to transfer all the energy to the action instead of the pin. Then you push it forward in order to release the bolt. Nice machining. The inside is, it's smooth, but the coating, and we'll go over this, and I don't know if you can kind of tell as I'm running the bolt. I don't think it's quite as smooth as the Origin. It could be, my Origin, I mean, it's got 2,500 rounds on it, something like that. So it's got a few rounds, a little more wear and tear. It could just be that this is brand new. It could be the DLC on the Origin bolt versus nitride. I don't know. But it's not quite as smooth right now anyways. So the bolt itself, pulling it out, it is a 3-lug. It's got the dual ejectors, so it should eject nicely. The extractor is there in the lug, and I'm not sure what style that is. It doesn't look like a Seiko or anything like that. But it, we'll see how it works when I get it going. It is a removable bolt head, so they will eventually have different bolt heads, so you can ideally have a swap barrel system. And if you know much about Aero Precision, obviously they're kind of geared towards the AR-15 world, which is more plug and play than the bolt gun, and so they're kind of trying to bring that to it. And you see the AR-15, I guess, DNA in this bolt, I feel like anyways, because I believe these right here are the raceways where the bolt interfaces with the action. And then this big long cut here, that's for the bolt release. Takedown's pretty easy. They have the instructions on their website, just a quarter turn clockwise. Don't do counterclockwise, because then you got to get the cocking piece up out of these grooves. It looks like there's a hex nut there to take that apart. I'm not going to do that right now. There is a lot of oil on this firing pin. I'll probably clean it off a little, at least, before I go shoot it. That's the only place that I see oil on the action, and there is a lot of it. So there's that. Reassembly, obviously just the reverse. Let's see if I can get it lined up. Push down, counterclockwise, good to go. They got red on their cocking indicator. I guess that's kind of nice if you're looking for that. The downside right now to this is that looks like they got the bolt face right there, 478. I don't know if you can see that. So that's nice. That's printed right on there for multiple bolts. The downside to this right now is I picked this up from my gunsmith. He had, I think, 3, maybe 4 3-lug action wrenches. None of them fit. And I contacted Aero Precision after a couple of days of trying, finally got a hold of somebody, and they did confirm that it is a proprietary action wrench, and they should be available soon. So, as far as going and shooting right now, I don't know. I did check it on my 2 Origin barrels. It did headspace without torquing it down, just kind of a quick snap. I've seen people on the internet do that. I don't know if I'm too keen on shooting it like that. I haven't decided yet. I might, just depending on if I see the action wrench available in the next few days or not. Here's the hanger. I've never used the hanger, so I don't know how this compares to anything else. I would imagine it should work just fine. The only issue that might come up is interference with different stocks and chassis, and I'll be sure to let you know if I run into that. But overall, it's not quite as smooth as my Origin. And I don't know if that's, like I said, the break-in. I don't know if that's the coating. Can you hear that? And then since I don't have a trigger in there, it's kind of hard to tell. It's a cock on lift. And in my next video, I'm going to compare it to the Origin. We'll kind of go over that a little bit more, but you can kind of hear. It almost reminds me of a bolt carrier inside of a brand new AR. If you're familiar with that feel and that sound, that's kind of what it reminds me of. Now, the finish on here, I've probably ran this bolt now 50, 60 times, and I know, I believe it doesn't matter. With the nitride finish, it actually penetrates the surface, so this could wear, and that'd be okay. But you can kind of see it's already starting to wear a little bit on these surfaces, so obviously that's where it's interfacing with the action. And kind of back here. And this is just running it like you've seen. I've probably done it, like I said, 50, 60 times like that. Starting to get some wear. I don't see it on the action. Really? I don't know if you can kind of see. But I'm not seeing that wear in the action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and install this trigger. I got a Trigger Tech diamond trigger, the gold version. Should look pretty nice on this gun. So go ahead and just time lapse that. All right, and there we have it. Trigger is installed. It does change a little bit how it runs. It's honestly a little bit smoother, which is interesting. At least I feel like, anyways. I mean, come on. That gold trigger, that looks good. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Should headspace. No problem with Zermatt Origin prefits. Oh, another thing I was looking at on here. If you look, there's a lip right there. Okay. I thought it was pretty weird. When I put the barrel on, that is larger than the barrel, so I'm guessing it probably is for like a 125 straight, and it so you can't see it. It doesn't look weird. The barrel didn't protrude. At least mine didn't protrude above it. But yeah. Hopefully that helps you kind of know what they're offering if you're on the fence about it or looking at it. Hopefully this video kind of helps you with what they're offering. Be sure to check out the next video comparing the two.